Good morning and welcome to your weekend unboxing. Today we're going to take a look at Fireball Island Race to Adventure. Now, you may have heard of Fireball Island, The Curse of Volcar from Restoration Games. That was released in 2018, I believe, after a successful Kickstarter campaign where Restoration Games takes a classic game, reinterprets it, updates the rules and the product itself, and puts it out again. This is actually, per Board Game Geek, a new, smaller, Target exclusive, streamlined by subtraction version of The Curse of Volcar. The island is smaller, the box is smaller, the cards, side quests, treasures, and others have been eliminated to make the game simpler and skew towards a younger audience. So, I hadn't looked into that much before picking this up, but with the fact that we've got smaller people in our, well, at least coming to game night, it's nice to have something for them as well. And on top of that, I have a son who recently got married, and that means future small gamers are going to be joining the group. So I actually am pretty excited to start building up a collection of games that they're going to enjoy. So, with that said, before we get started, do make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you like any of the videos, but I do try to get or at least 2 to 3 videos out each week covering all sorts of things from board games, card games, tabletop, miniatures, role-playing games, etc. And hopefully you can find something else here that you like. So, with that said, let's take a look at Fireball Island. Alright, so first off, this comes in a pretty big box, even though I do have my infamously small recording area. As you can see, it actually does have a good-sized box because of the fact that it has a giant vacuum-formed island that goes with it. So let's see here. Alright, so it looks like there are still some cards. Some extra bits. Piece of cardboard. Alright, so this is going to be interesting to pack up. This is actually one thing that I kind of don't like about some of these, for lack of a better way to put it, the fun concepts that are put out for kids, because they're not necessarily designed to go back together very easily. All right, we've got some tissue paper to protect it. Let's separate that out. We've got, actually, okay. We're going to set a bunch of stuff to the side. Add for additional games. Dinosaur Party. I have some videos on that one as well. Instructions. All right. We'll look at all that here in a minute. So, Fireball Island is a roll and move game. Basically, you've got 3 pieces to make up the island. I will fit this in here as best I can. And you have another island piece that sits on top. So obviously you're not going to be able to see the whole thing. You put your the volcano idol over here, and you'll drop marbles down that then follow all of the paths and knock over the heroes or the players or whatever you want to call them. But let's address this. So it's vacuum formed plastic. It does seem fairly rigid, so that's good. I live in Arizona. I'm going to have to be very careful and not put this out in the heat. It's not going to end well, even with it being as rigid as it is. I did read a couple of reviews while I was preparing this that did mention that they thought it was a little flimsy and things knocked over pretty easily. So we'll have to see how well that works. But overall, I think the printing looks good. It's very clear. There are little symbols like bridges here, and I'm guessing this is probably where you put the gems that you're supposed to pick up. We've got spots to put some trees in. So overall, it looks like it's constructed really well. I honestly don't have any complaints over it. So, I don't know. We'll see. And I'm definitely going to give it a try, even though I am a grown-up. And, you know, who knows. But it can still be fun. So, alright, we're going to zoom in so we can take a look at the rest of the bits and pieces. Alright, so we've got the idol here. So it's just a simple, lack of a better way to put it, like a dice tower. So you're going to drop marbles in the top, and then you've got 3 tracks that they can fall out, and so it'll randomize and drop down the island. Looking at this, especially with like the eyes, this could be really fun to put some paint on. So I might do that, but I don't know. We'll see. All right. We've got bags of pieces. So we've got our fireballs, a dice, and a gem. All right, these, all right, these are interesting. These are not perfectly round, which I actually think makes them better because it'll increase the randomness as it's rolling down the island. So we've got a 3-sided dice, so it's numbered 1 to 3 on all 6 sides. We've got our palm trees, which it looks like different blockers and twisters for the marbles. We've got 4 different heroes. Actually, let's... Because I'm losing marbles all over the place. Let's put some of these back. We've got a big crystal. Looks like it needs a little bit of cleanup on that. Not too bad. All right, let's zoom in a little bit. All right, so we've got different heroes. Now, this I don't like. I'll have to fix that with some hot water. Well, I was going to say possibly find some replacement figures, but I think the size might be pretty important just because of that base. Got a little chubby guy running. Lady losing her mind. And looks like a girl running. So they're actually pretty detailed. I'm actually kind of surprised about that. So they do still hold up pretty well. All right, we've got a bridge, and we've got, looks like 2, 4, 6, 7 palm trees. So they do give you a good mix of that. All right, all of the components are exactly what you would expect from a Target board game. Not saying that is bad. I'm just saying that they are designed for a lower price point. They are aimed at kids, and so obviously, you know, you're not paying for $100 game on this. Overall, not too bad. All right, we've got a packet of cards. Now, actually, I just realized, because these are shrink wrapped, but they also give you a bag. So the fact that they do that means they do give you something to keep it in when you put it back in the box, which is not really an organized box. So that's pretty good. And most everything seems to have something that it can be kept in when you inevitably toss things back in the box, as children are wont to do. All right. So, pretty happy so far. Let's take a look at what these cards do. So we got move 12, move 6, launch a marble, rotate the trees, and Volcar, the idol at the top, steal, cataclysm, more steals. Okay. Nice mix of cards. Again, nothing that's going to be too hard for a kid to handle. And we've got our tokens, so we've got different little gems and treasures that you can find. We've got some extra cardboard bridges in addition, which I think the plastic one might have been a ladder. So we've got cardboard bridges. So again, not bad quality. And then finally, we've got our rulebook. So it's not very big. We're looking at, okay, so basically 6 pages, double-sided, lots of blank space, setup instructions on where everything goes, object playing on your turn. Basically, it's 4 different steps, what different action cards do, and table bumps. If you or your cat accidentally bump the island, ignore the effects and put everything back where it was. Okay. Here's list of contents and how to win the game. So that's basically it. And to be honest with you, I'm actually kind of excited to play this myself. I realize it seems pretty simple, but for just something to pull out, have some fun, especially with the smaller kids, I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I actually never played Fireball Island as a kid, although I absolutely remember seeing the commercials. And I like the fact that Restoration Games is taking a lot of these older products and reimagining them for grown-ups. But it's also nice to see that they can take those grown-up reimaginings and re-release them for the kids. So, I mean, to be honest with you, there's all sorts of games I can remember as a kid that I don't think we'll ever see again. But, maybe we will from Restoration Games. So, with that said, if you liked the video, do give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed and you've got the notification bell on so that you know when new videos come out. But other than that, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.